Hi everybody, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Today what we're going to do is we are going to start our third unit, which is going to be percents. So what I would like you to do is I'd like you to grab your interactive notebook. Please pause the video and come on back. Alright, hopefully you paused the video, you grabbed your notebook, and you're ready to go. So what you're going to do, the first thing is you're going to open up your notebook to the table of contents. We have three new pages that we're going to do today. The first is going to be page 27, which is percents cheat sheet, 28 percents conversions, and 29 the percent equation. Go ahead, pause the video on the screen if you need to copy down the titles. Alright, so what you're going to do is we're going to open up to the next blank, and I've already started my notebook as you can see. The first thing that I did was I just made a little, I should make it a little prettier, but I made the little 3 and wrote in the title percents. Okay, and I didn't label that number. So then I'm going to scooch over to the next. I have page 27. This is that little half sheet that you should have picked up on the side table. If you haven't done so, please pause the video, go get all of the materials on the side table that you need. Okay, so anyway, what I did is I cut this up and took some glue and stuck it right to the page. This is kind of your cheat sheet for the percent equation. If we use percent proportions, we're going to start talking about percent change, sale prices, discounts, and simple interest. Okay, so this is going to be kind of your cheat sheet for this unit. So when you've got that glued in, go ahead, turn it over, and you're going to grab the paper that has all of these percent to fraction, fraction to percent, decimal to percent, and so on. And you're going to take the sheet. I want you to go ahead and hamburger fold it, and then open it up. You should have it's hard to see on this screen, but you should have a fold line. Go ahead, take the outside piece and fold it in so that you have kind of like two doors opening and closing. And then you're going to grab your scissors and you're going to cut on the line that's on the outside page. You want to just cut to that second fold right there. You don't want to cut on the two insides, okay? So you should only have the cut on the line. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to glue this to page 28, okay? Today, for the most part, we are going to focus on the percent to decimal. So if you want to go ahead, open this up. Like I said, if I forget to mention, pause the video at any time that you need it, okay? So you're going to remove the percent sign, and then you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. Essentially what you're doing is you're taking your percent, removing the decimal, and then dividing by 100. Because literally percent means per 100. Think about it. Cents. How many cents are in a dollar? 100. How many years are in a century? 100 years. How many centimeters are in a meter? 100. Centi represents or means 100. Okay, so we're going to focus mainly on the percent to decimal. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to, we're going to try this. You're going to grab your purple paper and you're going to hot dog fold it. But you're not going to quite do a full hot dog fold because you want to make sure that when you fold it over that the percent equation part equals percent times whole is visible. Now, in order for me to get this in, and I actually have to trim it up a little bit. In order to get this in, I did have to trim up just a little bit. So if you need to do that, go ahead. Right now, pause the video, get your purple paper into your notebook. All right, so hopefully you guys are all set on your purple paper. Let's see if we can scooch this out. Perfect. Okay, so there are three parts to the percent equation: the part, the percent, and the whole. And throughout this unit, we're going to experience different questions that require us to sometimes find the part, sometimes find the percent, and sometimes find the whole. So today we're going to focus on just mainly working with the percent equation. So if you're trying to find the part, you're going to go ahead and I'm actually going to cover this, guys. You're going to go ahead and write the P equals percent times W. And I always write that with everything that I do. Anytime that I use a formula, I always write the formula. And think of the percent equation like a formula. So P equals percent times whole. And then I have the percent. I have 35%. So we're going to take, once again, we're going to take our percent, drop the percent sign, and divide by 100, or move the decimal 2 places to the left. So we get 0.35. Okay? And then we have of 65. And one of the things that I want you guys to write down as a hint is we usually write a fraction as part over whole, and part is equal to is. So what is the number? What is the percentage? Is represents part, and then we have whole is of. So if we're looking for this example up here, we have of 65. So of would represent the whole. Okay, so then on your calculator, because the variable is already isolated, you are going to plug in 0.35 times 65, and I'm going to get 22.75, which is right there. So 22.75 is 35% of 65. Okay? So then what I want you to do is I want you to open up to the trying to find the percent. Okay? So trying to find the percent, this is very, very similar, little bit extra. Okay? But it's totally manageable. So once again, part equals percent times whole. 50 is represents the part. So I dropped down the 50 right below the part. What percent? That is our unknown, so that's our X. Of, which represents the whole, of 80, that's going to be written right below the W. Okay? So now here we have to isolate the variable. And in order to isolate the variable, we have to divide both sides by that 80. And 80 over 80 leaves us with X. 50 over 80 leaves us with 0.625. So now this is where the little extra piece comes in, because we have to take the decimal and put it into a percent. And if you look on the bottom right here, okay, move decimal 2 places to the right, add the percent sign. Okay, essentially what we're doing is we are then taking our decimal and we are multiplying by 100, 62.5%. Okay. Now, what if we're trying to find the whole? So if we open up here, once again, P equals percent times whole. We are going to have 81 is represents the part. So I'm going to put the 81 here. Okay. Then we have 45%. We're going to drop the percent sign and move the decimal 2 places to the left, or divide by 100 to get 0.45. So we have 0.45 and then the whole of what? That is our unknown. There's our X. Once again, similar to the percent, we're going to isolate the variable, divide both sides by the 0.45. Okay, 0.45 divided by 0.45 leaves us with just X. And 81 divided by 0.45 leaves us with 180. So that means 81 is 45% of 180. Okay? So what I would like you to do now is I would like you to flip open, you should have 3 problems for your own practice. I'd like you to pause the video, try these 3 out, and come on back. Okay, hopefully you pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the answer key. So in this problem, the finding the part, we have to have 0.40 times 60, and that's going to give us 24. For the finding the percent, we have 17 as the P, 50 as the whole. Divide both sides by 50. We're going to get 0.34. Because we're looking for a percent, we then have to multiply by 100 to get 34%. Okay, looking for the whole, have my equation written here. We have is 57, so that's the part. 38%, 0.38, and then of what? That is our unknown. We're going to put the x there. Divide both sides by the 0.38, and we're going to find that x equals 150. So this would mean that 38% of 150 is 57. Okay? What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go ahead and close your book and take out the task card recording sheet. What you guys are going to do is you're going to get into small groups, and there are 24 questions that I want you to try out. Get as many done as you possibly can. Make sure that when you start to solve this, you do write the P equals percent times W or part equals percent times whole. Okay, on each of these problems. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a great day.